Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, so you already know it is time to get back into it. And we are about to get back into all things The Bad Batch, all the way season 2 up through season 1 through episode 1 through 9. And of course, the two coming through, we got the one, the only AK's in the house. What's up? How you doing tonight?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm all right. Don't
Uh
tell anyone, but I've kind of been kidnapped to my boss's house because there's a large storm coming.
oh, uh-oh. You ready to talk about all things about the batch that is bad?
Absolutely.
Oh man. How about you, Fandom D Saint? How we doing tonight?
Yo, what is good, DJ AK people? How we doing today? Talking about episode six and well, no, is it 6 and 7 or
7,
7,
8,
8, and 9?
7.
7 and 8.
7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, 7 and 8, which was great about this clone
Epic.
conspiracy, and then they hit us with a filler snooze episode 9. Tragic.
Oh, Phantom called it so on the money because I've
I
always
don't know that I even remember episode 9. Is that
oh
bad?
E.
it was a thing. Like I said, I've seen season 2, so I'm already watching it with these guys, and now we're recapping it. But yeah, I had forgotten when he said it was like 2 great ones and a filler. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Oh yeah, it was a filler, 2 great ones and a filler. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. We're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna start off with a good one. Bad Batch season 2, episode 7. This was the clone conspiracy, and we open at the clone hotspot, a nightclub mainly visited by clones, and we get a reminder from a couple of them that they were there during the wiping out of Camino. And I mean, how bad would that play games with your mind, just knowing you basically wiped out and exterminated your entire homeland and people? Like, even though you are clones, like that's still all your brothers and
It's
basically
still all you knew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
how bad would that do? Like going back to your homeland and being the one to exterminate everything in it. Like that can't.
Like, you're part of an army, and your commanding chief was like, yo, we're going to pretty much commit genocide on your hometown. He'd be like, hold up. Wait a
Right?
minute.
That's a good that's a good time to desert.
Or just turn on him and be like, it might be you going, homie. Instead of everybody else, you might be the one out of here. Because that's, yeah, I'm not trying. Yeah, that's nuts. And then to hear Rampart's like lying to it about to everyone about it and getting away with it, like it's just starting to rub a few clones the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how could it not? But while Slip and Kate are tossing a few back, Kate tells Slip he wrote a message to Rampart to come clean or he's going to go to the Senate. Like, come clean to the Senate or he will. And I'm like, I know clones can be a bit naive, but they can't really be that dumb, can they, AK?
Not all of them have that. What is it? It's like something specific in the batch's wiring, right? That makes them be able to go off script and make their own decisions. They might not have a choice.
I mean, common sense. This man just exterminated an entire planet, and you think writing a little letter is going to make him come clean? Like, come on.
It's the way they think. It's the way they think.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. So Rampart just exterminated an entire planet. I don't know. Like, does it make you think that the threat of a letter is going to change his mind? Like, you just knew this clone was about to die. And we knew it was Rampart that sent the assassin, but any idea on like who that assassin was? Because I was kind of hoping for a Cad Bane appearance.
Not Cad Bane, but who's the chick that was with Boba Fett?
Oh, Cynic fan or whatever?
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was going to possibly be. But no, it wasn't,
I
unfortunately.
know we got nothing like that. I was
But
like,
seriously, though, why would you say information like that in an open space?
stupid. Or period. I mean, you got to keep that on the download, period.
Mm-hmm.
But the clone that was going to rat Rampart out but Slip was able to evade and get away. So I guess we see how we got his name. And then over in the Senate, Senator Chuchi and Organa are like standing up for clones' rights. And many in the Senate are like ready to move on from clones. Like they're ready to have the people just fend for themselves. But why would the people ever agree to this? Like, we have clones that are going to fight and die for us, but to save a few bucks, you'd rather have it be us, the humans, doing the fighting and dying? I'd be like, no, I'm good, man. Go ahead and let this clone army stay in place. Like, how about you?
Totally agree. I've been like, yo, keep some clones. I don't want to be drafted.
Right? These clones are down for it. This is their job. Like, let them do their job. I'm done.
And
Like,
the next time the banners are called, you're gonna have to go and get cut and bleed yourself if you don't have any clothes to cover you.
that's what I'm saying. I was just like, that is, if I was one of them humans, I'd have been like all fighting. Like, no, we're good.
Right. Like y'all not looking at the bigger picture.
Go ahead and let them clones fight. Like, we then see the clone army isn't just like a Rampart idea. Like, if he doesn't get this passed, he's going to face consequences from up above. So we already knew he wasn't the one calling the shots.
Also, I wouldn't mind like clones having like a voice and like in the freaking setting thing. Because when you like just interact with clones, you really see all of them have their own personalities and whatnot. So it's like you might as well.
As
And
soon as they gave themselves their name, yeah, they definitely got their own personalities in one being. Like they might be from the same clone, but they got different haircuts, different styles. Like,
Yep, different paint jobs, all that.
mm. Also explaining consequences is Senator Chuchi to the clones. Like they just want to fight, but she's trying to get them to look past that. And when they're too old to fight, but she seemed to get through to them a little bit, but I don't know. I think everybody just needs a Chuchi on their side. Our girl was doing it. Who do you think Slip was calling for help? Like, obvious answer is the Bad Batch, but I don't know. Who did you think it was?
honestly, I
That's
thought it was
where it
gonna
fit
be.
for me.
I thought like it was like 80-20, like 80 Rex, but then 20% it could have been Commander Cody since he literally just happened to leave. So it's like I was like, oh no, it could be Commander Cody too.
Like, absolutely, Captain Rex and company. Like, they've been doing it for a minute, sneaking these clones out, doing what they can to help out. But speaking of consequences, Slip sees that she's one of the good ones. And so he comes back and he comes forward and tries to talk to Chuchi and tells her the truth about Rampart and the orders that he gave. And once she found out, like, I don't know, what's up, AK? Weren't you a little afraid that Chuchi was going to get got too after he told her?
It was looking hinky for a bit.
I was girl.
I was worried. Just sitting like wrapped, could not look away.
I was like, yeah, I didn't think Chuchi was going to make it through this one. I was glad to see she did.
He was surprised.
When she went into Rampart's office alone with him, I was just like, why is your guard standing outside? Like, these are dangerous times, girls.
Exactly.
Like, you within 6 feet of me at all times.
Do not leave my sight.
Right? I'm like, no, you can come on in here with me. Like, you can hear what you need to hear, but just go ahead and protect me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, 2 scenes later, Rampart's like putting a hit on her. So, I mean, we knew this was coming. But Slip isn't trying to wait around to get got. Like, I don't know. I was excited to see who he was going to call, who it was he called, but I thought it was going to be the Bad Batch coming in. And as he's waiting for his contact, he's found out by Senator Chuchi, and she wants him to testify about what Rampart has done. But before he can tell her much more, the assassin had followed the senator and was able to take Slip and her guards out. Like, luckily, it was indeed my guy, Captain Rex, it was that she called, and that actually helped sneak him out. But he got there just in time to save Chuchi's little ass because I thought she was I thought she was gone, Fandom. Did you really think she was going to make it out of this episode?
Of course. Like, isn't she like supposed to be like the daughter of like George Lucas's character in episode 3? So I was like, now that yeah, it's supposed to be at least that, or if not the same daughter, from the same race, something like that.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna do that though.
Oh man, I thought sure she was gone. When they got the guards, they got our man Slip. He lost his name. They grab the assassin for questioning and see that he's some type of clone hybrid. Like, I've never seen anything like that. That was kind of a trip. Like, this isn't a regular clone, but I mean, was he like, is there something in his mind, or is he just like Crosshair and he just like, this is what he does? Like, what do you think?
Exactly.
You think that's what it is, AK? Because that was a trip.
I don't know. I'm on the fence with it. Because I don't know. I want to see like the whole inner workings of where that type came from.
We've never seen or heard any type of clone like this. Like, the closest thing would be Crosshair. Like, Crosshair just seems to want to kill people. Like, he just kind of evil streak. But this one's out to kill clones. Like, what is going on? Like, what kind
Which is crazy.
you have going on? That was insane. Like, when he comes to, we see he knows Rex and tells him that he's fighting the wrong battle. He says he's a believer and then bites a lethal electric pill, taking himself out before Rex can question him.
Right, like, I need explanations, man.
A believer in what? Like, what are we fighting? Phantom?
Honestly, if you want to be safe, when I was like creating all these damn clones, would you not want to create at least a clone or at least a secret group of clones to kill any like fugitive clones and such?
Oh man, like a secret hit squad just in case.
Maybe.
Yep, a suicide squad, they may say.
Oh goodness, here, no.
That's insane. But I don't know. I was like, what did he mean he's a believer and that Rex is fighting for the wrong side? So who does he believe is the right side? Like,
right, who should we be fighting for?
Good soldier follows orders, they say, huh?
But I mean, is he saying that the Empire is the right side, or is he fighting for another faction that we
right
find out about?
This is a very quaint question that we have here.
That's what
To go north, you must go south. All just tell me what it is. Tell me where to go.
I was just like, how good is this season so far? Like, they got me asking questions, and I am intrigued. Like, what is gonna happen with this shit?
Asking questions and not making up crazy tinfoil to go with them.
when,
That's
Senator
accomplishment.
when Senator Chuchi was running from the assassin, I was like all kinds on the edge of my seat. I'm like, this is sick. I was loving it. So yeah, I love this episode and could not wait for the next one. How about you, Phantom?
Indeed. I was like, okay, they better not just skip over this all over, because this was like the first episode we didn't have like any of the members of the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought we might have like Crosshair, but not even he appeared.
He could have been the assassin, but nope, he didn't even make it in either. Oh, we just got a couple quick trivia questions, just 4 quick, simple ones. If you know these, put them in the comment section down below. If you're watching later, we lose somebody.
Talking about disrespecting the other clones, it got sniped.
They took one of us out. They're coming. Watch your head. Watch your back. They coming. Oh, but for everybody watching, we got a couple trivia questions. Question number 1: what clone got shot in the beginning of this episode?
Don't know. I feel like you said his name.
I did indeed. And question number 2: what is Slip's original trooper number? That's a deep cut for all those diehards.
718.
That is incorrect, but for all the diehards that are watching later, put it in there. What is Senator Chuchi's first name?
Lucas?
Good guess. Looks like AK is dealing with some storms out there on the East Coast. Hopefully she's able to get back here in a little bit, get that back on. Looks like the power just got knocked out. That's no good. Oh, but last but not least, who came to save Slip and try to get him out of there?
Captain Rex.
There we go. Ending on a banger. Of course, it was Captain Rex. Our guy's always there to save the clones, doing what he can. So then we're going to keep it moving right on in to season 2, episode 8. And this one is Truth and Consequences. We open with little Omega trying to meditate, and she said like Gunji tried to teach her how, but she can't do it like he can. Echo said it's because he's a Jedi. So did they just put out all the theories to like basically bed? And she just put all those theories to bed and reveal that Omega is indeed not a Jedi?
Well, maybe she's not a Jedi today.
She's still got hope. Like I said,
oh my gosh. Hell, if freaking Rey was able to do like a whole bunch of Force things so later on in her adult life, Rey still we call not Rey, Omega still got a chance.
That's so crazy. I mean, it's like, yeah, from my understanding, clones don't have a metachlorian count, so they can't be Jedis. But
I mean, she could be different now.
There is something different about her. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It almost felt like they were trying to put that one to bed. Like, no, Omega's not a Jedi. She's just gonna be the craziest, best clone out of all of them at the end.
Because I still remember they did like a video game, even though they didn't make it canon, about Darth Vader's Secret Apprentice. First time he died, but then they brought him back as a clone, and the clone was still even using the Force. So who knows?
Yeah, I think I've heard something about that.
Because the Caminos, that race, aren't they like still alive, or am I like misremembering something? Like,
there are Caminoans, like that one senator that was talking to Chuchi.
Yeah. Like, no, but the ones that were like actually in that clone room thing, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, aren't they still alive or no? Weren't they like taken to a different planet? Or I'm thinking of another series.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's different labs on different planets. Like, they can't all be gone. Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, no, because they did that in Bad Batch last season. Like, shit, they found those other ones. So yeah, we don't know if they're going to come back. And obviously the people that made all the clones are still alive. So, I mean, the genetic, they can still do that. They can have them make them. So, but our crew got a call from Rex asking for their help on a covert mission. And as usual, Hunter's not so keen on it. But the rest of the crew are down like 4 flat tires. They're like, what? He needs our help. Let's get it. We out. Wrecker said he's tired of waiting around for Sid. Like, where's Sid off to? Like, maybe reuniting an old spark with our guy. And
I knew you were gonna say that, man. Oh my god!
World, that's what she's doing. She out there moonlighting. What's happening? Where's Sid at?
Sid doing what Sid always does: being a schemer, staying alive, being a cockroach of space at this point.
Cockroach of space. Yeah, that's about it too. The crew make it to Croissant and meet up with Rex, who shows them the clone assassin, and they receive their mission and send Omega to help keep Senator Chuchi safe. And while Omega was walking around, I was like, quit telling everybody you're a clone. Like, they are still looking for you. What are you doing out here? She's just all loud and telling anybody who would listen, like, hey, I'm a clone too. Like, Omega, will you shut the I mean, keep that on the down low, girl. She doesn't
I'm
realize,
surprised her face isn't like on a wanted poster or something.
right?
Like she's just like out in the blue with no disguise or anything. I'm like, imagine just like one person spots you like, wait a minute, weren't you with the Bad Batch crew and X, Y, and Z and stuff? And you possibly could have been there during the destruction of Camino. Get this chick right now. Lock her up.
Plus, they that one scientist wanted her anyway. Like, there's a bunch of people that are like higher ups that are looking for this specific clone. Like, they're all looking for her. They were keeping her on the down low to keep her safe. And now she's just walking around all willy-nilly in the Senate. Like, did the writers forget about this part? Or, I mean, what's going on here?
Because you could say, like, oh, they're presumed dead. But at the same time, it's like, no one's second-guessing this.
Well, the Bad Batch is dead. Rampart said he killed him. He ended up killing his own general to keep that secret safe. He said the Bad Batch is gone. But still, Omega's Omega. Like, somebody would notice this girl. I don't know. It's nuts. But Chuchi makes a plea to Senator Bertoni to testify at the Senate, and she thought she'd be able to like appeal to the love for her people, but as she said, her people are gone. Like, they're gone, so not for her concern. Like, her people are gone, and they are not her concern. But that's just not true. Like we were just talking about, all the Kaminoans aren't dead. Like, there's still some out there, but I guess just not enough for her to worry about. And now she's just worried about her own butt.
I mean, I would be too. If 1 second you saw your home place get destroyed, it's like, okay, are they after all my people, or this is destroying the whole clone thing? Like, what was up?
Man. After
that's kind of weird, though. Again, like we said in the previous episode, like, keep your security right near you. Like, don't tell them, oh, just wait outside.
No, yeah, I want to be within 6 feet at all times. After Omega told Bertoni she was there at the end of Camino, do you think the senator like will snitch her out and tell Rampart about her?
Nah.
You didn't think she was going to turn on her by the end of this episode?
Mm-mm.
Bertoni did let them in on one juicy little nugget. Like, Rampart is but a small cog in a much larger machine. Like, he is not the top of the totem pole. He is just a worker bee.
We saw who is.
Yeah, exactly. They made an appearance, didn't they? Our boys get to work on the mission of breaking into Rampart's ship, and Senator Chuchi needs hard evidence if she is to believe of Rampart's evil doings. And when Wex was telling Echo like how thin he was spread and needed some more help, like, didn't you just know by the end of this like what they were leading up to, and that Echo was going to end up leaving our squad?
No, I didn't.
Really?
I did not think he was going to leave.
You didn't see that coming, or you just thought he was not going to do it?
I thought he wasn't going to do it at all.
Wow, because I mean, at the end of last season and this whole beginning of this season, like all
because I'm looking at the perspective of like when Rebels came. I don't recall the Bad Batch and Rebels, so it's like my thing right now is what the hell happened between Bad Batch then leading up to like Rebels and all this other stuff. Like, why haven't we seen the Bad Batch?
Different missions. I mean, it's a big galaxy out there.
Are they dead? Have they retired?
No, don't.
What is it? That's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm not 100% sure. Like, what's gonna lead the end? You know, for the Bad Batch.
They're gonna be out there on the outer rim on some Nerf farm or whatever, like Nerf herding with Omega and like letting her grow up out in the boonies and have a nice little teenage.
Because wasn't Rex like that at one point? Wasn't he just like chilling at one point? Like after all the missions and stuff, and like what was it, Rebels season 2 or something?
Oh yeah. When they were out, and then old boys came in there. Yep.
Then he was like called back into action, so it could happen.
Absolutely, you never know. Well, that could be one of the things that messed him up. Is like he sees what happens to the Bad Batch. Maybe they do go out in a blaze of glory. Oh, that would be terrible. I don't want that to happen.
It gotta happen, man. And then Omega takes over, and she's the ultimate Bad Batch.
Oh, that'd be sick.
She's inherited each and every one of their skills.
Speaking of skills, it was nice to get another true reminder on just how special this squad is with each of their unique skills, because just fearless, knowing like no mission is unattainable. Like, it seems like there's truly nothing this squad can't do. Like, the way they broke out and like just cut out and got in Rampart's ship was just way too smooth. Like, it was no sweat.
Again, one person can kill an army of clones, man. Or droids, I should say.
40. They said they can test that 40 is
40.
nothing. He said it's only 40. We got it. Like, what? Get some record. Speaking of smooth, like, was this just the long game being played by Palpatine, or was the game just rigged from the beginning? And no matter what happened, he was going to make sure that he swung the vote and got the general opinion to go his way.
The man is playing 3D chess with everybody, DJ. If it went one way and they voted against them, oh well, but bright side. Voting with him, even spectacular. Like, he was right in both ends. He got it. And I think he knew it precisely. My guess is he started to plan it the moment it was like the seed of doubt from that senator. And then his main man, the guy with the horns, got his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, like his like right hand man, like told him, he's like, I know what to do.
Wow, yeah.
Then he made an appearance. I was like, oh shoot, they actually make an appearance. Like, I know he might make an appearance like in season 3, because I saw like some poster with the Emperor on it.
Oh,
I didn't expect him in season 2.
Yeah,
was he in season 1? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because all the clones were in there in the main thing, and that's when they showed him breaking off, I think, or whatever. I'm pretty sure he was in there.
Maybe the first episode or so.
I know.
Because of Order 66, and that's yeah, you're right.
But even after pulling off that smooth ass heist, like, it seemed like it was all for naught as Palpatine just swoops in at the last minute to sway the Senate to vote his way. Like, so sick. Like, there's just no beating this man. Like you said, he's playing 3D chess. But we just knew it was coming. But still, I guess maybe you didn't. But I knew the way they've been leading up to this, like at the end of last season, and the way he's been talking this whole season. Like, I knew that Echo was going to be leaving the squad. But still, how heartbreaking was that when Omega realized that Echo was leaving? Like, she was just like, but, oh my God, just all the feels.
Seemed like she was the most emotional one out of everybody there.
All the other ones are soldiers, man. They're not trying to show those emotions.
Get out of here, man. They're gonna show some damn emotions, man. Oh. But honestly, yeah, I felt this. If it was me, I've been the same way. I've been like, if it was Wrecker leaving, I'm like, oh shit, it's Wrecker. Hunter leaving, and like, oh shit, this crew can't survive. But yeah.
Echo was the last one in and first one out. So, still, I don't know. Just seeing her hug her little doll as they flew away, just reminding us that she's still, she's grown a bit, but she's still a little girl at heart. Just,
Indeed.
What did we think of this episode?
Again, this is like a good I'm pretty sure this was a 2-parter episode. It was amazing. Amazing.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, it seems like a lot of them were like that, and I think that's what happened in the third one. Was that they cut it, and they just cut it in such a weird spot. Like, this wasn't a full episode. Like, they needed to switch some things around.
So it did. Okay, so if episode 10 is a continuation, which it kind of has to be, since it has to be.
Yeah. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. Like, where they left it, it kind of has to. Nothing happened. So yeah. But we just got quick 3 trivia questions. If you guys know these answers, put it in the chat box spot down below. How far did Tech say he was off on his landing?
10 centimeters.
Oh, that is a great guess, but incorrect. You guys know that answer? Put it in the comment section down below. How far did Tech say he was off on his landing when they busted out of there? Question number 2. Who did Omega hand the proof of Rampart's wrongdoing to?
To the senator? No. Senator Organa?
Hey, there it is. Absolutely correct. There we go. Back on track. 1 for 2, 50-50. See if we can bring it home. Third and last question. Which member of the Bad Batch left the squad to help Rex and the other clones?
Echo.
Boom. 2 for 3, and we knocked it out of the park just like that. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, that was a great episode. I loved it. This whole season is like, how is this a cartoon? Like, this is amazing. I'm here for it, loving every minute of it. And then we get this episode, and it's like, well, I guess they can't all be the best one. They have to dip down a little bit. But we're going to talk about it. Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 9. This one's simply called The Crossing. And this episode has our crew running another mission for Sid. How ready were you to start seeing things blow up when Tech just kept talking about how unstable this Ipsian was?
At one point, I'm like, is this the reason why Echo was around and made sure stuff like this wouldn't happen? That's even my first thought.
Poor Omega, feeling down about losing one of the squad. It was nice that they were able to put her to work to help get her mind off it. But also we see that she is a full-fledged part of this crew now. Like, they have her in there drilling this crazy combustible mineral. Like, not too long ago, Hunter wouldn't even let her leave the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty dope.
Progress. And I'm loving it, making it actually useful.
That's right. Our girl's doing things. Outside, Wrecker's supposed to be keeping an eye on the ship, but doing a shit job at that as a poacher just creeps right up and jacks it right from under his nose. Could you believe he let that happen?
Of course. When you tell someone to just watch it, make sure no one steals it, obviously you're not going to do a good job and it's going to get stolen.
Oh, it's so brutal.
And of all people, it's Wrecker. I'm like, oh my gosh, of course it is.
Oh my god! I like how when it was getting stolen, Omega was like, "Stop!" Like nobody hears you, sweetie. I'm sorry. Oh man, but I'd have been on Wrecker's ass hard. Like, my guy, you had one job. Like, are you kidding me? Getting us stranded out here on this planet.
I think good thing is just like this planet, at least. Imagine if there were like clones around, or even like a creature out of nowhere, which really didn't happen that much in this episode. It'd been worse.
But just brutal. Like, where's the water? Like, where's the food? What are we gonna do? Are we stranded? Like, hey. And then to hear like the nearest city is 40 clicks away, like knowing you have no choice but to just go DJ Unk and walk it out. I mean, that is just brutal. And then to carry that heavy ass case that far just to drop it and have it explode at the door, like so far, it has not been a great trip for our crew. Like,
No, this would have happened if Echo was here.
Oh man. Also not great is Omega. Like, she is all caught up in her feels about losing Echo, and then Tech being all Mr. Rational and blasé about the situation is not making anything better.
Man, you gotta think with the heart and what to say. Not this whole tic-tac mumble jumble thing of, oh, we're used to this. No.
Yeah, better, big brother. Come on, you know our girl's feeling. She's in her feels about this. My question is why are they spending all that time trying to dig their way out when Omega just seemingly walked around the corner and found a hallway? Like, did they do zero exploring of their surroundings before they started to dig all this?
Yeah, there was just so much bickering back and forth. It seems like ever since like Echo left, they haven't like became like a unit again. So it was just all this happening just around the time where it's like, damn, really do need Echo. She was even calling for Echo in this episode. It's like, oh, he had to turn it off because he's doing some type of mission. I'm like, no, he knew he was gonna hear you got 2, 3 freaking minutes every other second. Like, we need your help. We need your help. We need your help.
Yeah, you guys are always in some shit. I know you'd be calling me right back. But still, though, before I start lifting these heavy ass boulders, I'm gonna do a little searching. I'm gonna walk around the corner and oh wait, hey, there might be another way out down this long ass hallway before I start lifting all these boulders. Like, let me check and explore this way out. I don't know. I was just like, why are they trying to dig that? I don't know. That didn't make sense to me. But Omega off on her own finds the mother load of Ipsian deposits and starts drilling. And Tech finds her and lets her know like they're on the same page with getting some of that to blow their way out of the cave. So Omega, like even in her feels, is doing the right thing and doing what she needs to do to help this crew be the best they can. And of course, when she reaches to fill that last one, she slips and falls into the cavern. Like, did you think Tech was actually going to grab her and save her?
I mean, he had to.
I mean, he tried to go grab her. Did you think they were going to actually let her fall into this cavern? I didn't think. I was like, oh,
of
shit.
Course not.
I was like, holy shit, she's gone. But how sick was that to see Tech just not even hesitate? Like, he saw his little sister fall into the abyss and with no hesitation jumped right in after her.
He'll do that for anyone, though.
I don't know. That was pretty sick. He doesn't always show it, but he's obviously got mad love for Omega. Like, remember a few shows back when my guy was like walking it out on a shattered femur to go find her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's definitely got love. He doesn't show it all the time, but he's got mad love for his little sister. And it was nice to hear him like explain to Omega that just because he processes things differently doesn't mean that he doesn't care or feel any less about it. Like, he just has a different way of coping with it. But it was good for Omega to hear that because just because he doesn't show it, he still does care. Like, he's got love for you.
Yeah, he's sociable, but not approachable.
We see who doesn't care is Sid's bitch ass. Are you kidding me with this lizard? After everything our crew has done for her, and she's just going to tell him, like, oh, well, deal with it? She says she'll get back to them in a couple days, and Hunter tries to tell her, we don't have enough rations for a couple days. She just hangs up on him. Like, can you believe this ruthless bitch?
Yo, if I had a chance to ever get freed from that place, got this shit back, I would have went to Sid and just punched her for that. But who knows what they'll do when they see her again.
Yeah, I mean, is this gonna like have an effect on the relationship going forward? Like, will they actually leave her now? Because Maligi told him that Sid would not return the favor if the shoe was on the other foot, and here she is.
Nah, because this isn't like that type of favor where life or death.
It is though.
About to
They
be a
don't have
prisoner, but not to the extent like what's gonna happen to Sid. This is just more of like you have to like bring us some help.
Yeah,
Give
like
us
bring us some food and water, or we're going to starve to death. And she's like, deal with it. I'll be like, what? Like, I know you did not just leave me out here to die after everything I've done for you. But who knew? Who knew it would be little Omega reminding Tech of his own words? Like, we'll figure it out, like we always do. But even so, if and when I got back to Ord Mantell, like the lizard and I would be having a few words, to say the least. Like Sid would be instantly cut off after this. I would not be dealing with this lizard after this. I don't know. How could you? Like, you just know she's got nothing. I don't know. Would you want to deal with her?
If she doesn't help you, then yeah.
Oh man, that's some BS. Stranding our crew out there on this desolate planet, trying to dill some worthless ass mine that was basically empty. Like, she sent them out on a BS mission in the first place. They just happened to come across more. Like, I don't know what's going on with Sid. Is she just trying to find a way out and get rid of them now? Like, does she think they're getting too hot and she's trying to get rid of them? Like, maybe send them on some of these more dangerous planets so they don't come back and she doesn't have to deal with it?
Nah. If you're smart, send them on the mission to them to get captured and get the money. They're just not captured. They just got their ship stolen.
That's true. Oh man, what do you think's going to happen? Like, how are they going to find their way out?
Walk into the eye of the storm.
Walk into the eye of the storm. There'll be some sick Gindu will be there and like get him out, like use the force and wheel them to the next spot. Gindu, he's coming. He's everywhere.
The key right now is just simply finding who stole their ship right now.
Yeah, that's great. So that's basically, they're gonna have to basically walk it out, hope and pray that the ship's still like here, maybe in a chop shop or something. They're gonna stumble.
Yeah, that too.
Oh man, yeah, this one, I mean, we already know how you feel about this one. This one was absolutely a filler episode, but with nothing happening in this episode, does that mean everything's gonna happen in the next one and it's just gonna be fire?
It better. If not, what was the reason? What was the reason, DJ?
What did we waste our 25 minutes for? Say it isn't so. Oh man, but that's gonna do it for these 3 episodes. Like I said, 2 great ones and a filler. I just think that means the next one's gonna be amazing. So can't wait to get back into it. And we will be doing that. Oh boy. We will maybe that's a big maybe doing it next Tuesday, but if not the Tuesday after that, we'll be back up and running, and we'll be back up with episodes 10, 11, and 12.
Hey, so, how many episodes are this season?
I think that might be running into it. I think there's usually 12. There might be 16, but it might be 12. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we're definitely getting up there, and we're going to try to catch
16.
Is there? Nice. Perfect. So, and we're also going to be trying to catch up with Invincible. So everybody out there following the Invincible reviews, we're going to be doing episodes 5 and hopefully 6 on Thursday. So we will definitely be seeing you then. So I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Until we see you on Thursday. Be easy, everybody.